So naturally, since I'm a Norwegian person, my dreams are naturally as Sweden's. Hee ha 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 ha. Anyway, so my dreams. I have had many dreams in my breakfast, no real surprise there. Okay, I don't know what to do, so FNH, JJKQKSDM FDKWJBSH, KAUSDGLSKZASKDAESKDKADNFS. So this dream I remember that I had in my bed, and well, it started with me eating my family, and there was talk about that our cousin that looked like my cousin was gonna go to space. And I asked if I could go with my cousin to space. And my aunt said all was Mars bullying Mercury with a slingshot while Earth and Mars and Venus was talking. So let's break down this scene. There is two Mars, and one is bullying Mercury and the other is talking with Venus and Earth. But if we can see the Earth, that begs the question. What planet did we come from? It was a terraformed Haumea with Ceres as an Ariel. Okay, next scene. And outside the asteroid belt, we could see the gas giants in an Ariel. Oh, and did I mention that I have breakfast? Just let that sink in. The two biggest planets go toe-to-toe in an epic breakfast are two ice giants, and Miranda, Titania, Oberon, and Trill, an Ariel ring. Miranda, Titania, Oberon are my family. And all of these celestial bodies were eating breakfast with my family. And in the background were Pluto and its biggest moon Karen looking very depressed. Still, sad, about, being, demoted, to, a, planet, a, Pluto.
Hey Siri, that's insulting, that's offensive, that's offensive, that's offensive. Hey, so this guy is BAD. Why aren't you listening to me? Women have rights to respect me in pandemics. My unvaccinated child, vaccines cause autism. The earth is a flat, please of podies than the N-word. Let me spec to your manager.
Okay, that Karen impression of mine did not happen in the dream, but I kinda had to find a way to put a Karen impression in that scene since the name Karen and Sweden's are so similar. In fact, they are so similar that this AI voice pronounces the names very similar. Take a listen. Breakfast. Karen. Karen. Hear the Sweden's difference. Anyway, so in the dream we kinda just flew around the boxing Karen. That meant that we flew past your anus ops, Karen ops, the boxing ring. The Neptune. And Neptune gave us this sinister look like if just our present bothered him. But when we flew past Uranus he was ready to fight, but luckily his moon stopped him from doing an Ariel. Maybe he was just a little salty about being made fun of with that name. IDK, so we kept on flying around the boxing anus, and in the distance we could see a couple of dwarf planets and an Ariel. The dwarf consisted of Haumea, Sedna, then Norway, Sweden, Finland and Denmark, and Eris. And the moons consisted of Namarka and Hyakka, which are the moons of Haumea, and S 2015, 136472. 1, which is Make S moon aka an S 2015, 136472. 1. Really creative name there, Mr. or Mrs. Make S moon name Ariel giver. And the last moon is the moon of Ariel, Dysnomia. And that was all the things that is interesting to talk about while me and my cousin were in Ariel base in my dream. But before I show you what happened when we landed in the dream, I will show you a map of Ariel. Now when we was gonna land on Earth, we didn't do it like the way you'd go about doing it in the way you do it IRL. We just did it like the way you'd not do it if you were smart. With is like this. And while we were flying through the atmosphere, my cousin said that I had to jump out at a really specific an Ariel time to make it on a platform in something that they called a Sweden's, where I'd get an Ariel. And when I landed and I had gotten my Ariel on me, it activated immediately. And the reason why they called it a Sweden's tunnel was because Sweden's, the wind in there was really strong. So strong that when my Ariel parachute had activated, the wind Sweden's dragged me straight out into flying. And as I was gliding down, I saw that the rocket landed on the Ariel, jumped of a ramp before landing in the Ariel. And that was the end of my dream. Really Sweden's.